sometimes the ladies can be a little bit more difficult to make sure that there's enough teams there for the island games. It's not as big in some of the islands, so the fact that we can send both a men's and ladies team is really good.
And it actually, I did catch some of the women's team. It took me by surprise, actually, the physicality and the high level demands of the women's game there. There's no women's league in the Isle of Man, but speaking to some of those who were playing, they felt that actually benefited them because they were used to dealing with the physicality that we saw at the standard of basketball at the Island Games.
Yeah, one of the great things that the ladies team did, knowing that the games was coming, was they entered themselves as a team in the men's league this year. So it became almost a mixed league. But that competition of the ladies island team playing in the men's league and that extra bit of physicality that comes from the men's basketball, I think really benefited them. It let them get used to the idea that, you know, if there's a loose ball, you've got to go for it no matter what, and you've got to have the bigger physicality. You've got to have more aggression to get there, to get the ball, to make sure that your team wins.
How long can that be sustained? I mean, are there any plans afoot to form a specific women's league on the island?
Yeah, we'd love to see the women's league reform. It was strong for a long time, and then unfortunately kind of faded a little bit. What we're hoping to do in the next year or two is introduce a veterans league and a mixed league to bring ladies back into the sport. And also we have a nice development program. Some of the key players who are playing on the island ladies teams are actually development players. So they're youthful girls, they're 16, 17, first time at the Island Games. They're coming through to play the sport. And even though there's not a ladies team here, they've managed to get to the Island Games to play there. They're really enthusiastic, and we hope that they'll bring some of their friends in and we can form some great ladies teams for a ladies league.
I have to say, the atmosphere at the venue for the basketball at the Island Games was absolutely electric, incredible. One of the best, I think, that I experienced when I was out there. How important is it for those playing the sport to see that there is a chance for them to go away and compete in these prestigious events?
I think it's brilliant. You know, you've got a lot of the local players who are talking about the Island Games and the build up to it, and it is a premium event. You know, it's as close as you can get nearly to the Olympics as an Isle of Man basketball player, and the atmosphere is one of the great things that people love. When you come week in, week out, we've got some supporters who turn up to watch our games, but it's not the same as going to an Island Games competition and seeing literally hundreds of people cheering on the different teams. And one of the great things that we love about the Island Games is, even if you're a travelling team, so the Isle of Man going to Gibraltar, if the home nation's there, they'll come and watch and they'll support you. If you're not obviously playing against their own team, they'll support each side and they'll make sure that there's cheers going on for everybody.
What are the prospects for basketball on the Isle of Man for the forthcoming season, bearing in mind we've not long had the end of season playoffs here?
Yeah, it's looking good. We've had a little bit of contact from players, some returning players, some new players who are actually looking to form new teams. So potentially we could be looking to add one or two new teams this year to the league, which would be a great benefit. We're currently in a period of reviewing how the previous season went and planning for the next season. The AGM will be coming soon at the end of August. We'll have an announcement about that once the date's set, and then that'll be when it'll be open formally for teams to register. But it's looking very promising this year.
How do people, if they're listening to this, go about getting involved in the sport?
If you go to the Facebook page, Isle of Man Basketball Association, just send a message there. Anything you want to do, you want to play, you want to set up a new team, even if you want to come in and just help out with officiating, we're welcoming to everybody who wants to volunteer. So just send us a message and we can help you out.